Sorry, traffic.
You're late.
That's all right. Okay, you go first. Come on, let's go. Let the candidates come up.
All right.
Yeah, come on, yeah, sit there. Sit there. You're first, you start.
All right. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi. We're going to start the test now. I'm going to ask you some questions, and Jane will ask you some questions.
Later on.
Okay. The first question: what factors did you consider before deciding your company's overall strategy?
Well, we did some analysis. We thought about a SWOT analysis, which I think is strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So our business is a new technology for wirelessly by induction. It recharges all your portable appliances. So the strengths were that everyone has these appliances. In the UAE, people have more than one. They have 2 or 3 phones. The weaknesses were that it's an unproven technology, so that there could be some problems with it. The opportunities were that we would be the first to market, and we think we can premium price it. And we think there are deals to be done with some of the big companies like the One, or some of the people like IKEA. On the threats, well, as I was saying, technology is quite untested, so we maybe thought about that as well.
Okay, that's interesting. But did you do any pest analysis?
Oh, yes, we did. That's good. Yes, political, economic, social technology. Yes, because the technology is really important. We didn't think there was any political major issues. The economic, well, it comes back to the fact that everyone has one of these devices. So, and it, from a social point of view, that was interesting because people don't want wires in their homes. They want a nice, tidy environment. And having lots of chargers, BlackBerry charger, iPad is really messy. So we think from a social point of view, that would be a really big thing. And for businesses, everyone's wireless, but they still have to plug the thing in to charge it, which kind of, so socially in the business, it's a great idea.
I see your
The
point.
pest was really important, actually. Probably more important than the SWOT analysis. It was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The setup for the exams was all wrong. The layout was wrong. You had the examiners and the candidates sitting across from each other. It was it's a lot more of a stressful seating arrangement. The candidate should have been shown to their seat. Also, the examiner, both examiners need to be in the room before the candidate comes to discuss who's taking which role in the test, and also you should obviously be on time for your own exam. They didn't ask the candidate his name, they didn't ask for any ID, they didn't make him feel welcome in any way. Once the candidate did get started, the examiners gave completely misleading feedback, interrupting, feeding the candidate answers, giving the candidate an idea of whether they were doing well or not, interrupting his responses. None of that's acceptable.
Yeah. All right. For the second question, give an example of a situation where you had to adapt or change your strategy to respond to change in the business environment, and evaluate if you responded appropriately.
One of the things that happened during the project was that we realised there was a great opportunity for building this into cars, and one of the team investigated this and recognised that in the UAE a lot of people spend a lot of money bespoking their cars and particularly the high-end cars. And so we thought that, as Audi have done in one of their cars, where you just put your mobile phone on the sort of armrest between the passengers in the front, we could do the same with bespoke cars. So
Interesting. I have an Audi too. It's very good.
Yeah, but
does it have that in it?
Yes, I think so. It's good.
But
idea.
you're supposed to evaluate it. You're supposed to evaluate how you responded.
Well, we responded to the opportunity because then we produced a new product which was designed specifically for cars, which we didn't originally do because we thought this was going to be a big market share. So we adapted our production to another line, which is a slightly different product.
Okay, right. Okay, so for the second part, we've now got a slightly better layout, and we've also, the examiners have stopped flapping about with all their pieces of paper, which is very distracting last time, I forgot to mention. A few issues with the second part are that there's still a little bit too much input from the examiners in terms of responding to the students' answers, and also the second examiner interrupted and asked a question, and they're not supposed to interrupt at all when they're not asking the questions. It should be very clear which examiner is leading which section of the test.
Okay, the next question. What is the impact of investment in training in the simulation?
Training. Well, I was looking after marketing, so training and sales is absolutely important. We need all our sales staff really well trained so they can sell the products. Otherwise, we don't have a business. So it's all about selling and training the people to sell everything as good as possible.
But surely that's not the only training in your company. I mean, surely there's a factory, and what if the products were bad or not? They were not delivered on time. There was a mistake, or there were defects.
Well, yes, I suppose training, yes, in production. So we did also think that training was important in production because you don't get as many mistakes. So people are doing the right job because they know what they're doing, and mistakes are expensive, the quality improves, we don't have reworks, we don't have complaints. So yes, production's important training as well.
What else? Besides, you have a factory, you have sales, what else do you have in a company? Think about a company, look at the organization chart.
The people, of course. Yes, that's a good point, because the people need to be motivated. So, I suppose the people are important, aren't they? We examine this in class. I think there's something around motivation. If you get involved with people, they think you're caring. So that it's not just the training itself, but actually the fact that the perception of them being taken care of. So they're having the training and they feel more committed and more motivated. So yes, that's also important for training.
Motivated? Can you explain that a bit more? How do you train someone to get more motivated?
Well, I think if they know what they're doing and they think the company is investing in them because of the training, then they feel a better relationship with the company. So they're going to go, not only are they doing their job more effectively because they're better trained, but they feel the company is investing in them to make them a better person.
Okay, that's enough. I think we should do the next part now.
Okay.
In this section, the behaviour of the second examiner was the biggest problem. Obviously, it was slightly exaggerated for the making of the video, but lots of things can distract the candidate or the other examiner. Obviously, I was a bit over the top, taking off my jacket. I have seen examiners who think that it's perfectly acceptable to drink water in the exam, to bring coffee. That's completely unacceptable. And even small things can distract the candidate. So playing with the pencil or the pen, or shifting in your seat, having the height of the chairs wrong and moving them about, checking your phone to see if you've had a message, telephones going off, looking in bags. All these things are very distracting to the candidate, and it's very unfair and they shouldn't happen. The main examiner was also problematic in this one, in that they talked as much or possibly more than the student got a chance to do in this segment. So all in all, it was a disaster for the